Welcome back to the Alabama Film Room. I'm Lauren Sisler. This is John Parker Wilson, and it is finally Tennessee week. Alabama dominating Arkansas on the road. The final score there, 49-30. And John Parker Wilson, let's just start with that. This Alabama team getting some of their key players back from injury, especially Damien Harris. What stood out to you most about this performance against Arkansas?
A lot of key players back. Damien Harris, Ardarius Stewart, we're getting our core guys back, and I think they showed up. They had a week off, a couple weeks off, showed up in a big time on the road, making plays and being really productive in all phases of the game. But I think the defense continues to impress. Gave up a little bit more yards than we'd probably like to in the passing game. However, they're creating turnovers and making those turnovers into touchdowns. And like you said, when you can score touchdowns like that on defense, it completely changes the entire momentum of the game.
Okay, we're going to break down the defense here in a minute. But first, let's talk about the offense and specifically Damien Harris and how big of an impact he was in this game for Alabama.
Yeah, so Damien Harris looked good. Midway through the first quarter, giving the ball, and this is, I like it. It's old school. Line up. We're going to block your guys. We're better than you. And we'll see the left side, Cam Robinson and Pierce Blocker right here. Two guys blocking three defenders. When you can do that and you can get away with it, you can create big holes and big explosives like Damien does right here. OJ's blocking, Dieter's blocking downfield. Really good cut by Damien Harris. So being patient, letting Dieter develop that block, then cutting. We got offensive lineman, 10, and another one's coming in 15 yards downfield. This is what it takes, and this is when it gets fun for an offensive line. You're getting these big explosive plays, get the running back going, get the running game going. So we'll see the end zone version right here. Once again, we'll see Cam and Pierce Blocker setting this angle right here. So giving Damien Harris a lot of room to come, press the edge, and then he's going to come right off the edge of Dieter's block. O.J. Howard doing a good job of just getting in his way for 1 second. All that sometimes it takes, and then Damien Harris doing his thing downfield. Okay, this one we'll see a designed pass right here, a screen to Damien Harris. Jalen does a good job of eyes over here looking him off, so he immediately knows it's man coverage, and he's going to try to hold this linebacker as long as he can. He's spying, he's watching Jalen, so Jalen does a good job of holding him his eyes. You can see this linebacker getting out of the way. Now Damien's going to come down. Cam does a good job of sealing a block. OJ getting a block downfield. The timing of this is really good. You got to throw a good ball, and Jalen does that, but the big guy, once again, getting downfield. Love to see him making that guy miss right there on the sideline. This is where a running back it really earns his keep, breaking tackles, getting downfield, and then what we haven't seen all year is outrunning the defense for a big score. This is what causes really headaches for the defense. We see the single guy spying. So Jalen's doing a lot more running. You have to dedicate a guy just for Jalen now, and that's end up what's going to spring this play. We've got a blocker for all their defenders, and then making guys miss downfield. Explosive play turns into a touchdown.
Okay, John Parker, we look at the defense now. This defense scoring more touchdowns than some of the offenses here in the SEC. And especially we'll see in this play here, Sean Deion Hamilton getting some pressure on the quarterback and ultimately resulting in points for the Alabama.
Big points, and this is getting fun for the defense. They're getting the ball, and they're like sharks with blood in the water. They're trying to go to the end zone and score. I can't imagine being in the team room right now for defense because it's like who can get more touchdowns. The offense scores, and now the defense thinks it's their time to go out and score. They're taking the field.
Good way to put it.
It really is, but this play right here is just getting after the ball. Freshman getting the sack fumble, and then Williams put it in the end zone. You can see the whole team is getting downfield, trying to create this big play. I like this end zone version right here. And we talk about football being a game of inches. Well, here it is. We'll see the center take one wrong step. Cue him up right here. He puts one hand on the left guard and helping him out. And here comes Big Rube right down the middle, untouched.
Big Rube.
The Ruben missile crisis coming at you. And when this happens and you're not blocking the middle linebacker, bad things happen. Austin Allen actually does a good job of stepping up right here. But we'll see the defensive line falling off as he's trying to climb in the pocket. Just guys are hungry. They're coming for the ball. We see it on special teams trying to get the rip fumble, pick it up, and run to the end zone. You could tell this is a mentality. This is coaching. This is Jeremy Pruitt, Nick Saban, coaching these guys of finding the ball. Try to create turnovers, and then when you do, try to put in the end zone like Tim Williams does right here. So here's another example of the defense creating turnovers. You'll see it's 2nd 18. When you're in bad field position like this, what we call behind the stick. So we want to be in 2nd and 7, 2nd and 5, where we at least are in manageable downs. When you're in 2nd 18 and you start forcing the ball, this is what happens. We'll see Austin Allen drop back, get some pressure right there, throw off his back foot, and when he does, he's essentially throwing into triple coverage. So obviously that's not what you want on a quarterback, but it's the pressure, which is he's going off the back foot, does a good job, and now as Minka goes and catches it, I really watch Eddie right here. Eddie is motioning to him. He catches the ball. Hey, let's take it back to the house. Usually when you're in the end zone, you're going to put it on a knee and at least get it out to the 25-yard line. No, our defense, they're hungry right now. Eddie's leading the way. The rest of the guys are getting downfield. Austin Allen wants no part of this coming in. Just get out of the way. But Mink is showing, why he was such a good player as a freshman, even better now as a sophomore. They're out there having fun, and they got to keep this up. And it's it's not only fun, but it's a big part of the winning that's going on right now. 8 games in a row now that special teams or defense has scored for the Alabama Crimson Tide. When you can do that, that takes a lot of pressure off of our true freshman quarterback. So the whole team working together right now, offense, defense, and special teams, and that leads to a lot of victories.
Yeah.
18 in a row are the longest in the country right now.
Yeah, and I'm finding that a lot of the fans that go out and obviously play against Alabama are getting really good at that surrender cobra when they have to put the hands up out there in the stands when the defense scores. All right, last question for you. Keys to victory. Alabama obviously dominating Arkansas, but they got to go back on the road and play in Knoxville, Tennessee, a place that you played before. You know how tough it is. Keys to victory for this Alabama team to go out there and win this and stay undefeated?
I think continue the execution. We're not trying to do too much on offense. We're taking care of the ball. Jalen's doing a really good job of distributing it, spread it around to a lot of guys. So we're getting our guys back healthy. Defense has to continue to put the pressure on the offense. So Tennessee has a lot of talent on their side of the ball. They've been able to do a lot of different things, and I think the biggest thing that Tennessee has going is confidence. And even though they didn't win last week, they feel like they are in every game, no matter where they're at, the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, they think they can win, and that goes a long way. So Alabama, you got to come in and just play your game, not try to do too much. Give the ball to the playmakers, and hopefully the defense will keep scoring like they have been.